Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So we're gonna make a video discussing about basically the whole Telltale situation. Sorry I wasn't really like a follow-up on this. I'd imagine we get news soon, which is kinda like why we didn't like what's the word? Kinda like why I didn't make a video, but we still haven't gotten anything, and I guess that's kinda my fault because I should have known that so basically Telltale Games are trying to get someone to work with, like collaborating with another company to help them finish the final season, and so I should have known that that had taken a long time, and that I guess files and paperwork has to be done before they like say, okay, we're working with this company to finish the final season. So that's kind of like my bad, my end part. So sorry about that. And there's actually been a rumor and other things I want to mention. Basically, P. Harley is gonna make an announcement, I believe Tuesday or Monday, I believe. And then there was like another rumor where there was basically this Reddit thing where someone told the moderators of, I believe the Telltale Games forums or the Reddit forums, I'm not sure, it's kind of like a little bit of a jiggle, but everything's down in the description down below and it'll be shown on screen. Basically, this guy who has a family member working at Telltale basically knows that Telltale Games are basically saved. They basically had someone working on the final season, episode 3 and 4. And that might sound weird, I know, it sounded weird also, but apparently they wanted to name anonymous, that way it won't backlash on them. So what they did was that they gave it to like a moderator and then they posted it, and that way we don't know who the anonymous source is. It's just someone random basically that we don't know who family member works at Telltale. And something else I want to mention was that besides the fact if this might be true or not, I personally won't I think it could be true, but just in case, I'm not gonna have high hopes. I do think the final season will be completed, and I really do hope that maybe a company picks up Telltale, but at this point, I think the final season is kind of like the priority at the moment. Something else I wanted to mention was that someone from Skybound tweeted out that big news incoming. So his name is Ian Skybound. Apparently, he is a Skybound person. I guess you could say that he's kind of like the in charge of the game's placement, I guess you could say, or he's just simply just an employee. But basically, I wonder if this could be related to the Telltale news, because obviously everyone's been worrying about the Telltale news. Everyone's like, oh, they're gonna make a panel, is what's happening. I don't think they're really gonna work on a panel per se on the final season, because it would be kind of weird for them to make a panel of their bankruptcy. What I imagine is that will be pretty much an official statement, and then maybe someone from their Twitter will tweet out about what's going on and like what the plans are. That's kind of like how I see it at the moment. And P. Harley did say that they're working 24/7 to get a Walking Dead game deal done. So, yeah. Basically, these came from 2 or 3 sources that I want to mention. A tweet from Skybound, and Robert Kirkman. I know he wanted to get. I know he wanted to make sure that Clementine's story is told. So, considering Robert Kirkman really wants Clementine's story to be told, I think it's pretty much safe to say that the final season will be completed. I don't really see any issues. The only issue I could see is that the quality could be bad, depending how they want to do it. But what the good thing about the family member thing is that they said that their plan was to get the original team who worked on the final season back on board. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm really happy about that, because obviously the team on the final season knew what the fans wanted, and it would be really like jiggle jaggle if a whole nother team just worked on the final season and they didn't know like the scripts from episode 1 and 2 and how they want to continue from episode 3 and 4, and like how they want it done, and like what the plans were for each character. So that's what kind of I like saw, and yeah, whether or not this is true, I like I said, I think the final season will be completed, and nothing more to that. We'll just have to wait till next week, and I think that'll be when we'll be getting actual news, and depending on how the business deal goes, I think it'll be good. I think everything will be fine. Other projects like Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Wolf Among Us, unfortunately, I think those are pretty much cancelled. I know there's Stranger Things gameplay, but I'm not really gonna cover that. I especially think since it was deleted. But I'm happy that another company. I know that Netflix is looking for another company to pick up Stranger Things. So whether or not if it was the same thing that they're playing like Telltale was doing, I hope it's still good. But yeah, I'm more sad about Telltale Games possibly being bankrupt and final season being the actual last game, because I actually thought they were doing well. Like I really did thought that. I knew they weren't at the best, but I thought they weren't doing that bad with money, so that's kind of suck. It kind of sucks. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, I'll be making more Telltale content as best as I can. Hopefully that nothing happens, and that's pretty much all I want to say. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for more of the Walking in the Fall season, if that ever happens. Bye.